the day, here's Dr. Peter again with a weekly update and the review of the past October. The general market environment remains difficult. Geopolitical tensions continue to rise and the US can have no interest in easing tensions. The rationale among the politicians are silenced and the partisans of the escalation take over. Please assume that maybe 10% of the actual events are published and the secret developments are far more advanced than communicated to the masses. Thus, a further escalation for the global flashpoints is only a matter of time, and here the Europeans are most affected by the Ukraine-Russia conflict. I do not see a diffusing of the situation, which is why precautions should be taken if possible. I keep bringing this topic up because war, by its very nature, overrides everything else and affects the economy the most. The inhabitants of the Central Europe, especially Germany and Poland, must be advised mobility and flexibility and all Europeans' financial independence from institutional dependencies in monetary matters. In other words, savings and any claims against institutional companies, such as pension funds, insurance companies and banks, will vanish into thin air. Not because someone else wants to get rich, but because the system is just a house of cards and will mathematically, inevitably collapse. There is no way out of this. The only question is when. And because the pressure on banks, states and institutional grows permanently, one opens that valve which lets the air burst from all bubbles equally, and one can always put the blame for it on the enemy, the war. The war is always the solution for all problems for those who have caused the crisis. The broad mass of the population is disinformed and in the end really believes that their own house, savings and pension rights are gone because a stranger attacked their own country and ripped everything out. If everything is set to zero in the big reset, the same game starts all over again because people would rather watch soccer or swipe around on their smartphones instead of reading a book for once. Croesus-asset.management specializes in exponential progressive wealth accumulation and decentralized and blockchain-backed asset protection. This means we generate wealth for our clients in a short period of time and secure it from third-party access, available worldwide at any time. But let's look at the past October. In the past months, we generated a return of 6.29%, and over the course of the year to date, we are looking at a total return of around 54%. Croesus started for its customers in August, around 11 weeks ago, and has since generated a performance of around 19%. So we are on target in terms of performance for the year. In October, we saw a classic short squeeze in the major European and American indices, which works as follows. The majority of market participants, like any clear-thinking person, see doom rushing toward the economy and position themselves on the short side. But the majority of the money, however, namely 80% of all market capital, is in the hand of only a few very large capital pools which have tremendous market power. They can move the market at will, and because the money is always redistributed from many to few and the mass of participants must lose. The majority of market participants are driven into stop loss or margin calls before the market takes its natural course. That is why you always read that 75 to 80% of traders suffer losses with your broker. In oil, the overall trend has played into our hands, and the decrease in strategic oil reserve in the US and the further reduction in Arab oil production continues to play into our hands. The crypto market was also very quiet in October, which is likely to change toward the end of the year and volatility will increase again. The majority of our trading strategy is based on volatility, which failed to materialize in October, which is why our performance also fell short of expectation. I would like to reiterate my investment style to our clients. After you buy your NFT, you get your returns booked in your account every month. Pay yourself this profit until you have the amount of your investment back and you have no more on your own money in the croesus system. But then let the profit accumulate and reinvest them in new NFTs, because only this generates new profits again and achieve the so-called compound interest effect. However, if you are not looking for asset accumulation and want to withdraw money retailly, you will soon be able to do that well and choose the 25, 50, 75 or 100% payout option. Also worth mentioning again is our sell and burn program, which is always you to sell our NFT back at any time and get 80% of the price back immediately. So there is never more than 20% of the capital at risk from the customer's point of view. In view of the coming years, with all the upheavals in the economy and society, I have consciously made a commitment that may seem too conservative to some, but it's possible for me to earn even in times of crisis. Also, you should know that in the sphere of influence of croesus in Asia, 50% of the world population lives is the growth market of the future. The conflicts in Europe do not play a role, and also the economic deinstallation of Germany is not an issue. In Asia, one wanders only and rubs the eyes, but the German citizens have no act and take precautions. Inform yourself. Visit our website, test croesus-asset.management. I look forward to seeing you. Yours sincerely, Dr. Peter Reinhardt.